Hello, everybody. Welcome to the session on Mandala, A Journey to Healing. We're really happy to have you here, and we're very happy to have Ayu here. Ayu, thank you so much for joining us. A little bit of information about Ayu. Ayu Oktaryani is the National Coordinator of Indonesia Positive Women Network. She's been living with HIV for 12 years and has since been a fearless, dedicated advocate for human rights and gender equality. You can check our website for details of how to follow Ayu on Twitter and on Instagram. Ayu, I'm going to hand over straight to you, but thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Lucy. Yeah, hello everyone. Like Lucy already present, I'm Ayu Oktaryani. I'm from Indonesia. It's very nice to be here to be part of this amazing event. Thank you to Ajeng, Lucy, and all the HRI team. And right now, I'm trying to share to all of you my journey to healing through Mandala. Okay, so maybe I can share my slide. Hello, everyone. Okay, I will begin my story that already mentioned by Lucy that I'm living with HIV for 12 years right now. Currently, I'm national coordinator from a network of women living with HIV and affected with HIV in Indonesia. And beside my activities as HIV and human rights activist, I also drawing mandala. And today I will share to all of you about the journey to healing myself, and the mandala very helpful for like 4 years on the past. So the journey began when back to 2016 when I was living with HIV for 8 years back then. When I decided to pregnant, it's been a long journey to make that decision, waiting for the men who understand each other and want to take responsibility of having child free from HIV. My husband is HIV negative, so of course it's easier for me to planning the pregnancy. Sure, I'm very nervous. It's been 10 years after my firstborn, so yeah, I'm pregnant. So I don't know if it's a happy or sad thing that time, because once I see the two stripes in the pregnancy test, I feel like my world was going down and my mood is terrible and I don't know why. I was confused and I suddenly felt incapable of doing uh, anything. And I remember that we are going to service station to fix the car with my husband, and on the way I suddenly drew a small, in my small notebook that I always bring everywhere. I don't understand inside my head that time, and I just drawing, start from the circle with so many layer and pattern, and I realized something that every time I trace the pen, I feel so much better. Like I'm not feel anxious. Uh, I'm not feel like I wanna vomit. And my husband asked what I am doing, what I'm drawing, and I said I don't know, but I feel really good. And this is in the screen. It's my first mandala drawing. It's not it's not that balance. The circle, the color, the everything. But after that moment, I decide to buy all the drawing tools for my painting, and I practice. Not practice. I just draw. In at home, in a cafe, before sleep, everywhere. And the journey is continue. Unfortunately, the terrible mood during pregnancy is not gone. They keep coming back, and what make it worse is that time I could not eat anything, and not long after finish eating, I will vomit. I remember I lost almost 15 pounds, and in my first 16 week that time, it was so exhausted. Sometimes I'm crying with no reason in the middle of the night. I'm very afraid to be in the crowd. Like if I'm going to traditional market, I can suddenly vomit in the front of people I don't feel comfortable with it. But surprisingly, every time I draw mandala, when I feel anxious, I feel not comfort, the feeling is gone. The terrible feeling is gone. I feel much better when I decide to draw. So then I really curious with the pattern and the circle I draw. I don't know anything that time. So I searching, I googling, and I find out that the drawing of my activity name is mandala. But at the first, I didn't realize what the meaning of even the philosophy. I just continue drawing. I just drawing and drawing. And after a long journey, the day he was born finally arrived. But unfortunately, it is one of my painful journey after battle HIV stigma and everything for 8 years that time. The baby was born. His name is Sir Miguel. But unfortunately, I never see him once he comes out from my stomach after the surgery because I don't know that time that he's never crying, that he had trouble breathing. I don't know that his ratio oxygen only 60% after he was born. In order to breathing, he should be fed with the ventilator machine. And 40 hours after the doctor trying to help Sir Miguel is passed away. And by the time my baby uh, uh, passed away, I stopped drawing mandala. I feel very sad because I feel what I'm doing is nothing. And yeah, I'm grieving. I'm grieving. And third month after the sad event, after I lost my baby, I'm trying to start to drawing mandala again, but I feel different this time. I don't feel better, and I think I lose my ability to draw mandala until one of my friend come. So my friend have a zodiac project, and she asking me to contribute on her project by drawing for Taurus session. And then I asked why you asking me for the Taurus session for drawing the mandala. And then I say that I am Libra, and she said it's not about the zodiac, but she thinks that the mandala that I draw it's very represent the Taurus zodiac. And so the moment my friend asking to draw again, I push myself to begin draw mandala again. And in the process, with my friend's zodiac project, she also do some research about mandala, and she found a lot of shocking similarity with my situation on the past. And here is some of the video that she show me. I will play it. Oh, sorry. How do I play it? Mm, I think I have uh, issue with playing the video, but the video is telling about how the process of mandala is actually born in the Tibet. That I never realized before that mandala is a very sacred ritual. Yeah, mandala itself, mandala meaning is from the Sanskrit terminology. The meaning is container of the essence. It is a sacred circle embodying some sacred essence within. It's like the universe. And uh, okay. So I think I can get help from the team for showing the video. Wait a minute, everyone. It's supposed to some play button over here. Okay. I think I have a minute first, so I think I will open in the YouTube so we can watch it together and see, because the process of the okay. So wait a minute. I can just open in my okay in my okay. This is the video. Now I can share it again. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. This is the video. Thank you very much. So it
雅鲁藏布江边一座山上，出产一种质地松软的石头。
So since there's no translate in English, I can just read it to all of you that what comes from
曲
my
绘的白
friend's
沙在
research.
寺庙里被染成各种有寓意的颜色。
You can see that the process of mandala is very hard, not that easy. That the mandala is a Sanskrit terminology
念经
in the
念经
universe
僧
and
人即将
using
和
for
老师
the
一起研习
you
一
know
年中
healing and
最后的
medicine
一课。
in the Buddhist ritual. Originally, they will use a powder stone, or crushed marble made into sand, and they also using color, and it's very symbolize the color. Every color symbolize a different attribute, and it's also very important for the monk to learn how to make the mandala, not just make it, but most of them have been in monasteries since the age of 7, and they will have learned the actual art of painting mandala in the first
大
instance.
殿的地板上，细细的
And
白色线条
actually,
逐渐勾勒出了一
it
个
takes about
比
5
例
years
严谨
for
的
them to
复
train.
杂图案。
So the ritual and the ability is very sacred. So as we can see that the process of sand mandala is this huge. They're using hands, and then
彩色
they
沙粒
do it
从指尖
with
洒落，
pray, and
心中的形象开始入画。
like they leave it everything behind, just blend to the mandala process. And what is really surprising me by this video, by this ritual, that
40多个僧人分别在
they really
4个
made
不
it
同的
from
位置
scratch.
凝神构建一个
You can see the
神秘的建
difficulties.
筑。
And after all
石上
the
逐渐构架
the
出建筑，在
mandala
佛
is
教
set,
被叫做坛
they will
城，
all pray together.
它是佛的居
And
所，佛的城市，佛的宇宙。
if you can see that they're not
据
only
说
making
当
art,
年佛陀也是这样与弟子一同
but
作画。
every component and element
眼前色
in the
彩斑斓
mandala
的
is
世界，却是由
show
沙粒构成。
that it really developing the mind potential,
做好的
transforming
坛
the
城等待
minds
着
of the
萨
person
达
who
达瓦节的开
is
始。
using this in the meditation would imagine themselves as the medicine and the center. Now the ritual is begun after
在
the
萨
mandala
达
is
达瓦节最
ready.
重要的一天，人们来到坛
They
城
pray.
边，手拿一支香，等待。他们将见证一个色彩斑斓的沙粒世界变换、消失。
And this is what really shocking me, because as the very important Buddha belief is the impermanence. They don't believe the death is the end. It's just facing
可
face.
以辛苦地拿
It's
起
our essence that carries
也
on, but
可以
also
轻松地
We shouldn't be attached to anything. So the idea, they destruct the mandala after the ritual. You see, they just wipe it. They clean it up, and they return all the mandala to the elements. So from my friend's research is they throw all the sand into the sea. So they return the mandala into the nature. It's nothing again. So by seeing this video, so right now I will stop share the video and going back to share my screen. Okay. So this is my baby. Yeah? My friend trying to connecting the dot that she believed that during my pregnancy, the energy for drawing of the mandala is come from the baby. She can prove with the zodiac chart that she checked in her apps. I'm not really sure that time. And she said that, most of the planet of your baby is in the second quadrant, blah, blah, blah. Your baby is in the area of creativity, and the arrangement of planets is not really scattered, means he is focused. And I really realized that my baby is the Taurus, the zodiac that my friend is proposed to draw. And there is so much magical coincidence in our collaboration. She doesn't know why there is strong encouragement to ask me to be artists who contribute to the Taurus edition. She knows that I'm Libra, but after all her investigation and research, she realized that the sun mandala from Tibet and my journey of guarding, praying, and it's until eventually let the baby go. And the journey of healing and draw mandala is continue until now. I also draw for people who want me to see inside themselves. It's all for free. Mandala also helped me to reach my dream at 2019. I sell more than 70 pieces of artwork to watch U2 concert, the band that changed my life. And by this time at 2019, I was realized that mandala is not only helping me healing by the death of my baby, and it's also show me that that life is not, it's all not permanent, like the belief from mandala ritual and concept that the death is the beginning. So it begin my new life with the mandala and with my healing process. At 2019, I also find out that I have a post-traumatic syndrome disorder, and I'm seeking the psychologist and also talking about what I'm feeling. And my psychologist said that I have to try draw mandala not only for the coping mechanism but for my daily basic activity. So like 2 layer a day or 3 layer a day. And I also find out that the mandala have a revolution, yeah, from the ritual that the monk from Buddhist start with only the sand. Now many people making a lot of mandala innovation using a leaf, flower, stone, woods, or any nature element. And also many artists also now drawing mandala for coping mechanism and a way to heal, like art therapy, like myself. And I also want to show you the one of my mandala if in my Instagram. So this is one of the process. Okay. Okay. So can you cannot see it, right? Wait. Stop screen sharing. And this one. Okay. So this is the process of when I'm making the mandala. So it usually taking from 3 hours to a day, depend on the mood and the environment and the vibes. So every time I draw mandala, I used to draw mandala in the crowded place. I don't like drawing in a very empty room, no sound. If I'm alone in some room, I will turn on my television, or I'm listening a podcast or music, or I can invite my friends to drawing together in a communal. So yeah, you can check my mandala account in Instagram. I used to post my process and my mandala here. I'm going back to my PowerPoint, my share screen. Okay, now I will show you that if you decide to making a mandala as one of your tools for coping mechanism for drawing and you know lose your anxiety. This is the basic tools for drawing. If you decide to drawing a mandala, if you decide to use the nature element, you can use this you know nature element like leaves and flower, and maybe you can frame it, or I don't know. It's a lot of method that I believe that when you have the instinct, when you know how, the mandala will really blend to your self, and giving you a, I don't know, it's some peace feeling that I never realized before. It makes me stop a moment and breathing. But yeah, I love the drawing process. So this is the tool I using a compass. Compass is one of the main tools, because making a exact circle is not that easy. But you can also find any stuff that in a circle, and then you can just follow the circle to make the great circle. And this is how we start. I'm sorry that I screen capture my step by step in Instagram. So you can start with making the like the step one, like the lot of circle from the small to the biggest one. You can decide how many inch that you want to make, small or big, it's up to you. And at the step two, you can see the circle. uh, uh, you can make the circle like a piece of pizza cutting. Yeah, you can make the small one or the big one, it's up to you again. So in this process, uh, you can now start making the simple sketch like a leaf or the flower. And the next step is you can just fill it with happiness. there's no actually rules for this step by step. You can make with, I don't know, 4 or 5 leaf, or you can make as much as you want. You can make the pattern to fill the leaf by only using a, you know, a dot or a wave, or I don't know, a square pattern or triangle. You can repeat that. And by drawing mandala, I also knowing my favorite pattern. I'm start to learning pattern from one and another country. Indonesia itself having a lot of pattern. We call it batik in here, and every city, every province, we have so many pattern of batik. But if you see in the screen, I choose two pattern from Chinese and from Africa. They are very, very beautiful. And once you know the pattern, you can, you know, automatically fill the pattern with your imagination. And like what I'm showing you from my Instagram, that the mandala will really follow your heart when you know why you drawing it, because technically it's not hard to draw it. Like, you can only follow this step, but by the end of the day you will see um, it's not gonna same. Every mandala it's not gonna same. You will definitely draw a different mandala with different feeling, with different situation. So the history of Tibetan mandala start with Zen. Yeah, it met with pray and very careful with the monk. And the meditation using mandala, for me, it's very changed my life. When it's done and be a beautiful image, uh, you know, the ritual in Tibet will destroy and release into the sea, so it reach the shore. And it remind us that nothing eternal. But I know that maybe you will think that why I have to destroy my mandala. So by that philosophy, I can imagine myself after drawing mandala. I can release the bad energy or negative thoughts every time the mandala is finished. So it's not destroying the mandala, but you can, you know, let go the feeling that heart that you feel when you draw the mandala. And you know, the happiness, the sadness, the comfort, the suffering, you know, all will flowing in the cycles for the larger plan. And at the end, I realized that we have to learn releasing everything with sincere, like the sun from the mandala that clad with pray. Everything that we release with flow over the ocean to the universe. And the mandala until now is really making me find my way to transforming the mind. So when I use this in meditation to healing, I would imagine myself as the magician in the center, and they would try to break down the barrier of their normal life into pure enlightened mind. And by this session, I really hope that everyone who is actually have an issue with themselves, any mental state of mind, if you have a problem and you don't especially in this, pandemic situation. We already at home for almost 2 years. Maybe you can try to make a mandala for yourself. You don't need to have a perfect, concept. Just draw it, or make it easier. You can use any nature component around you, like I show you before, and try to meditate during the time. And my tips is also you can put some music, meditation music. Sometimes I play some Indian song. You can find in YouTube. That only the music instrument. It really, it really make me more calm, and think that uh, my life is only just a moment, and then what I've been through for the past 12 years, all the difficulties, all the uh, situation that I've been through, it's already there. We cannot go back and then, clean up our past, but we can move on. But what I'm trying with Mandala is to accept that all the story behind us is precious. Without the story, we are not be the person uh, like myself right now. So I really respect my process, of the journey of healing. Until now, I still drawing mandala, and I don't know if possible to see. I used to draw in a very small paper like this. It's maybe just like a notebook, so you can uh, bring everywhere when you're traveling, when you go meeting, and if you feel not really here and now. Sometimes I draw mandala during a meeting, so I can really listen to the speakers, but I'm not feel. I feel more connected when I draw the mandala and listening to the speakers. Surprisingly, so I think uh, this is the last slide of mine. I really hope that my uh, presentation, my sharing today about the mandala will help anyone who watch this and follow the session, uh, and can help them with healing the process. So yeah, uh, thank you very much. I'm see the chat. There's some people. Thank you, Colin Daniels. Yeah, I don't know. Also, the mandala is come from Tibetan spirituality, and after I know the history, like I show you the video, I'm very surprised because I believe that maybe what my friends say about the energy from the babies, it's that strong, so the baby send me the energy to draw the mandala. Well, basically, I'm not mentioned you before that I'm not go to school of art. I cannot draw, but when I pregnant, I suddenly can do the mandala. And after I draw the mandala, I follow through the pregnancy, and then my baby passed away. It's like a message that I have to let go, just like the mandala message. So thank you so much. I also very respect all the monks and the Tibetan ritual. Right now, it's very meaningful to me. So, okay. There's also question in the wait. So, do you use mandala in your HIV activism as well? Well, this year, since I chosen to be the national coordinator, one of my strategic to touch the member to take them into the bigger issue, not only focus on HIV, because in HIV issue we are only focusing in Indonesia. Yeah, we only right now focusing on ARV treatment, the health medication, but they're not seeing the social element that women living with HIV, especially because I'm working for women living with HIV, facing so many barriers. And next year we are trying to make this kind of training, and I really hope that they can also use the art therapy, maybe not only mandala, but so many art therapy method, for touching that part that never touched by the HIV issues, the social issue, the mental issues, that we really hope that they can really know themselves by doing the art therapy. Thank you so much, Ajeng. And then another question is, you talked about this briefly earlier. What would you say to someone who didn't want to start because they were worried they wouldn't be able to do it perfectly? Yeah, that's very, very me, actually. After my baby passed away, I say that I cannot draw anymore, and then I feel that I lose my ability to draw. By that time, my kind of method to draw is a little bit changed. I actually a person who are very, perfectionist. I'm afraid to make mistake, but by this exercise, I'm trying not to erase anything. So just draw it. Trust me. When one layer, you have mistake in one layer, and then you just draw it. Skip the one component that people will not really see it. Gitu. Only you will see the difference. But when you just continue to draw, the feeling that I don't need to stop every time I make a mistake. Maybe I can just stop, see, oh yeah, I made a mistake, and then I continue my journey to draw the mandala by not making another mistake. So I think if there's people who are worried they wouldn't be able to do it perfectly, it's so fine, because I'm in that position. Until now, I draw a lot of mandala and still make a mistake, not perfect. Sometimes after I after my mandala is done, and then I drink some coffee, and there's a sip of coffee in my drawing, and I know that I cannot angry with myself or with my mandala, so I can just put another you know uh, coffee around the mandala. So yeah, you can see your mistake, and regret and sad, and you will not able to move on. Or you can see your mistake and stop at the moment and see what I can do for make things right after. So I think that's some tips for if someone who want to uh, try start drawing mandala. uh Ruth, thank you very much for sharing your beautiful journey. Thank you also, Ruth, for joining the session. I'm really sorry if my English is not really good. And Naomi, I like the way you describe feeling it with happiness. Yeah, it's very important. when you draw it, you put your emotion in the mandala, even when you feel angry. I think there's also a happiness in your anger. So I don't know how to describe this. And so your question, Naomi, do you see your work on mandalas as complementing your meditation or other practices? Or when you mention meditation, is this part of the mandala practice where you calm your mind? Yes. So, well, actually, I never do any meditation before in my life. I believe that I'm in a situation that my life is good. I'm very okay with anything, even with the struggling with the HIV situation for the past 12 years. But at the moment I lost my baby, I was thinking that, yeah, this is life, and we cannot see that our life will always perfect. So once we got new issue, new situation, that time I have to think that, so what I do next. So this session, this moment, the pass away of my son, and the mandala moment, now I learning to practice meditation, not only uh, uh, when I drawing the mandala, but also before I sleep. Right now, before I sleep, I learn my breath meditation. I don't know how to explain it, but you just lay down on your bed and then you breathe in and breathe out until you fall asleep. And I never do that before. So other thing is, I also right now making time for go to the forest every once a week or every 2 week to meditate. And also, if you see me bald right now, I've been meditate my body by removing my hair. So right now I'm learning to let go one by one, and the mandala is one of my I don't know, starter. So yeah, I hope that you can get the question. Chika Yamada, wow, are you Indonesian? Hello Chika Yamada, terima kasih banyak untuk sharingnya. Yes, thank you. Thank you also for joining the session. As kind of art therapy, do you think drawing mandala would work well even if the person does not know anything about? Yes, of course. But it's better to have basic knowledge. So it can really be both, depend on your perspective. Yeah, if you want to learn first, the basic knowledge, like you want to research first, and then you want to increase your skill on knowing the art tools, how to use this, what kind of medium, the paper, the I don't know, the marker. Even you want to use another element like what I mentioned before, the leaf, the flower, the nature component. But it's also important to just do it. Sometimes theory and practice is if you keep just reading or learning or researching, you're not doing anything, you're just reading. But if you are try to make it and elaborate with the knowledge, so I think it's better just start it. But if you more comfortable to have the basic knowledge first, it's okay too, because I start with nothing. I start with I don't have the tools. I only use I don't know what kind of pencil, very bad quality, and then a very dirty eraser that if you erase you are not cleaning but you make your paper more dirty. Just I think the value and the idea about drawing mandala is to sorry it's to oh my god it's to accept yourself whatever the situation is. So you don't need to be perfect, you don't need to be knowing everything, just to be here and now and start to drawing the mandala. Thank you, Chika Yamada. And yeah, this session I also want to mention that there's a lot of mandala artists in the world that I finally know that they also have a lot of story behind. Even in my country, there is some community that I don't know uh, they are what their purpose, but mandala also make me find the community and know people propose of doing the arts. So I think it's also good when you decide to do the art therapy, for example, drawing mandala or making a mandala with other method. Maybe you can, find the community that in a same pattern with you, uh, same community with you, same feeling with you. So, okay. Ajeng also asked, some of your mandalas are in color. Would you suggest a beginner to start coloring their mandala or just to keep it black and white? Oh, this is interesting. There's no rules for mandala coloring, but if you want to really following the ritual of the Tibetan mandala, of course, you can see that the whole circle is have a meaning from the inner layer to the outside layer. Uh, in the Tibetan mandala, mostly they start with the center to the larger one. But I think if you want to just use this as your method for coping mechanism and therapy for you to meditate, you can follow your heart. Like for me, I really not like coloring. So if I want to put color, I will use the color since the beginning. So by drawing it from the first time, if I wanna make the blue circle, I will just use the blue marker for me, yeah, because I don't like coloring. So I draw mandala with blue. I'm not coloring my mandala after the mandala pattern is done. So I think it's very up to you. But what is more important, it's not just the color, but the feeling and the value. I want to share something that so right now some of my friend, a lot of my friend, not only some of my friend, a lot of my friend and a lot of stranger really contact me to order the mandala, and I don't know where's the idea come from, but every time someone asking me to draw them mandala, I will ask them why you ask me to draw you mandala, why you think the mandala is very important to you. And then mostly they will tell about I'm interested on your story, and then I'm interested about the energy. So I'm asking them that are you really feeling the energy, and what kind of energy that you want to feel. So one of my I say friend or client who ordered the mandala say that that I really want to go home. The message is about the go home. And then when I draw the mandala, I really think about the what is the English of mata angin ya, Ajeng. So at the end of the day, I realized that the mandala is about the tree circle. If you cut some tree, you will see the edge of the tree. Okay, and I made the like a compass point. So there's a north, south, and west, and everything. And that moment is I imagine him in the middle of the forest, and then with all the compass point, and then the the philosophy of H3, the cycle of H3. And when he when he received my artwork, the final artwork, he mentioned that he imagined himself in a tree in the middle of the forest next to the village of his mother. So I'm not sure is it a coincidence or not. So I just imagine the keyword of home that he tell me. So the point is, the color, the rules is back to you. You want to keep it black and white, you want to put the color, you want to start from the inside or outside, but you should feel what is the value when you start the mandala. I think I hope that I answer your question. And thank you so much. Maybe I can invite again Lucy. Thank you so much everyone for joining the session, and I'm very sorry for the technical issue. I hope the session will make some value for all of you. Maybe we can follow each other in the Instagram. You can follow at Ayuma_Mandala, and we can chat later also in the Instagram direct message. Thank you, everyone. Back to you, Lucy.
Ayu, thank you so much. First of all, I'd like to say that any technical issues were our fault, so I will apologize for that, not you. But it was absolutely fantastic. We're so grateful that you shared your story with us. So moving. I particularly like the message that you don't need to be perfect, just be here now. I love that, and I will take that message away, and I hope that everyone who's watching now and everyone who watches this on demand throughout the festival takes that message as well. So thank you so much. We're so grateful. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.